These damn birds won't fetch more than a pittance.
Sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
I'm straight, I'm true, and by the dozen.
Aaron has as many pets as the man with many cheeses.
Who wants to be judged by a panel of stony-faced gods? In Rivelon, we are our own judges. This ghostly form is the finest blessing we can hope for. The sight, a mortal. Aha, well, surely I don't have to tell you how much better a life or death here in Rivelon is compared to a dreadful eternity in the Hall of Echoes. Beats me. We're hardly the only Sicilians lost at sea. But there's some strange magic afoot of late. The dead can't seem to stay that way. We were all aboard a ship, headed from Arata to Fair Sicile. But upon our return, the lighthouse failed to shine its light. We were lost upon the rocks and flung far and wide upon the tempestuous waves. The name's Ebenezer. Pleased to make your acquaintance. You've probably been meeting some sad souls around here, but I sure as hell ain't one of them. In life, my interests were soft leathers, southern vintages, sun-ripened afternoons, and ample-fleshed companions. Each sense was a source of new and familiar pleasures, and I luxuriated in them all. As a ghost, I admit that many of those pleasures evade me, but Rivelon still smacks of life more than the Hall of Echoes could. Though half the fun of fun is sharing your exploits with an eager ear, you know? Oh, what I'd give to find my little buddy again. The best listener I ever had the pleasure of regaling.
Strange, strange indeed.
The final resting place for those deemed worthy of paradise. Paradise after life? Ha! Look around. Paradise is opening your eyes. Or in my case, gazing through the ectoplasm and seeing the wide, wild world around you. Can you imagine anything worse than being stuffed up into oblivion with the rest of the dead? Ah, give me tragedy, chaos, beauty, and delight. My companions would do well to stop pining and start enjoying, no? The ship that sunk and turned us all into phantoms, she was home to a sweet old tomcat, Oscar by name, who'd curl up cozy as can be on my pillow. We shared many stormy nights while I scratched his little chin and whispered stories of my youthful exploits. But I reckon cats don't stay on as ghosts after they pass, 'cause the little furball is nowhere to be seen. That, or the lucky bastard managed to survive the wreck. He was a scrappy old fellow after all.
Strange.
Who wants to be judged by a panel of stony-faced gods? In Rivelon, we are our own judges.
Pay the big cheese.
My purveyor of happiness. Maxine and I always rejoice at the mere sight of you. Oscar, you say? I haven't been called Oscar in ages. Boy, does that bring back memories. It's the name the ship's cook gave me when I was but a kitten. I remember him rewarding me with bacon every time I caught another rat. And I remember listening to a fellow called Ebenezer, who used to tell me the wildest stories. A strange bird, that one. Used to indulge in every pleasure of life like there was no tomorrow. Guess there was no tomorrow for him, come to think of it. He would talk everyone's ears off about the delights of fine dining, his fascination with new fashions, about the elation of lovemaking, and so on and so forth. To me, though, never suspecting his revelations would be stored in my mind, he'd whisper of the shadow sides of his indulgent character. Fine dining, yes, on human flesh even. New fashions? Sure. Even if they meant the annihilation of a species for its hides. Lovemaking, indeed. But sometimes the girls were very young and suffered delicate tortures. Some died in his special chambers, but would still be used. A strange bird, as I'm sure you'll agree. If he were a bit smaller, I might have caught him like I would a sparrow and rid the world of his hidden evils.
That's it, kiddo. Explore as much as you can while you've got that youthful vim and vigor about you. Life is a wonderful thing. How could you? Those are lies. It was the ultimate pleasure. Oh, how could I hang back if there were even rarer, even more exquisite elations to pursue? How could I let any morsel of satisfaction go untasted in this brief mortal coil? Surely now you understand why I could never submit myself to the judgment awaiting me at the gates of the Hall of Echoes. No. I prefer to remain here for an eternity with a few of my senses, a few of my more delectable memories, than risk being cast into hell.
Go on then, Eb. Speak your piece.
Go on then, Eb. Speak a piece.
If he stays here, his past will haunt him forever. At the Hall of Echoes, he may find a way to make up for his terrible deeds.
Strange indeed.
Agreed. Ebenezer will not enjoy the judgment he faces, but crimes of such horrors demand penance.
Is that so? Is that what you really believe, Source Hunter? Well, forget divine judgment. I say we judge each other here and now. The better of us stays, the worse be damned.
the unending darkness. Oh, hum.
Has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Heavenly herring, delicious dogfish, yours for
Not in the mood for cheese. Their excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine almond.
Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Not in the mood for cheese. Their excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine almond.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies size seals ever seen. Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle.
I've spotted something. Careful, I've spotted a trap.
Excellent. Let's keep it that way.
Toasty!
To leave the city is to venture into danger. Be careful, sorcerer.
its own deliverance.
Face the unending darkness.
They must know I'm missing. Where is the Legion? Mercy me. It walks, but it's not dead. I wasn't entirely certain I'd ever meet anyone any more fitting that description. The name's Wulfram, and it's a delight to make your acquaintance. Good to see, by the by, you don't belong to the Legion. 10 of their number accompanied me on a fact-finding mission to an ancient burial mound. But, as it turns out, they stood a snowflake's chance in hell against the undead. Not that I reckon my chance is any higher, though, especially with that vicious undead mutt prowling the grounds around this here ruin. I'd go so far as to say I'm in dire need of an armed escort back to the city, as a matter of fact. I'm an archaeologist and connoisseur of the undead. Because of my expertise, Lieutenant Selenia, a commander of the Legion in Sicile, wanted me to investigate the ancient burial mound just outside of town, hoping to uncover the source of the zombie plague. No such luck, though. Quite so. I live for the dead, so to speak. The combination of archaeology and a case of incidental necromantic magic is what sparked my interest in the field. Of course, I'll be glad to share what knowledge I have obtained over the years. Zombies are the results of vile necromancy in action. Among the resurrected dead, there are those who used to be wizards, and they can cast spells still. They slay their prey and bring them back as deathless thralls that fester with the diseases of decay. Should you encounter these menaces, always try to pick them off from afar. Don't let them get close, or they'll riddle you with the poisons and the blight that afflict them. These ones in particular, the ones around Sicile, are the resurrected soldiers of Brachus, the last and most infamous in the line of sorcerer kings. He himself is supposed to be buried somewhere around here, but no one knows where the actual grave is. Long have I searched, and deep have I dug. But so far I haven't found anything more spectacular than rusted weaponry and shards of pottery. Be that as it may, Brachus' soldiers stalk these lands anew, and they still fight like veterans. I told those fools of legionnaires to bring maces instead of swords. You know, weapons that crush these skeleton bones, not blades that may ricochet right off. Hell, even a sturdy branch would do the job better. But they didn't listen, and now they're dead. Oh, and don't be surprised if the dead use an unusual amount of magic against you. These soldiers were loyal to a sorcerer king, after all. Dark magic all around. I'll never make it back to Sicile alone. But you've gotten this far. You can bring me back, can't you?
We certainly can. Let's be off.
Indeed. Don't you worry. We'll keep you safe.
Marvelous. Mighty fine of you. Lead the way, I say.
Silence awaits you.
This game.
Heaven have mercy on your soul.
You did it! We made it! Oh, cheers for escorting me to safety. You're a godsend, you are. I'll be in the King Crab clearing the dust from my throat. The drinks are on me if you'd like to partake.
May I remind you that saving the lives of simpletons isn't worth an iota of our time. There are demons out there. Nothing else matters.
Soaked to the skin.
I could do with a cold drink.
Salutations, Source Hunter. I shall be very glad to share what information I can give you. If ever we want to be victorious in 3 landmarks were chosen for further investigation. The lighthouse, there are ancient burial grounds to be found north of the city. As good a place as any to start looking for necromancers, wouldn't you say? A local archaeologist offered to tag along with the men. Here's hoping his knowledge on the subject may prove to be of use to them. My legionnaires, they all perished? How fate has treated them wantonly. And if it weren't for you, the archaeologist would surely have died as well. He has much to be thankful for. Were that I had. So good to see you again, Source Hunter. So I did. The Pact of Volunteers. Many Legionnaires will do whatever it takes to go home, which is why I personally sign their transfer orders the moment they make it back from a mission behind enemy lines. The chances of survival during these sorties are only about 1 in 10, you see. So my soldiers are free to volunteer, and if they are successful, they just bought themselves a boat ride home. I shall be very glad to share what information I can give you. By all means. There's a church to the northeast of here, built atop the very place where once stood a temple dedicated to the Source. The Sicilians razed it, and built a church for the 7 instead, supposedly to symbolize the victory of the gods over evil sorcery. All superstitious mumbo-jumbo, if you ask me. But when the dead rose, that is when they were first spotted. Hence the expedition. For 2 years, all news has been bad news, and clearly nothing has changed. More dead, more undead, and more letters to write home to grieving widows and widowers. Still, I thank you for telling me, Source Hunter. Knowledge is better than uncertainty.
Look out there, Hunter. Evil lurks beyond Siseal's ramparts.
All the way to my foot soles!
Correct me then if you can! Correct me then if you can!
I prefer to drown my sorrows with ale.
My kingdom for a dry shirt!
Creature there looks like it'd like to play fetch with our femurs.
Is that a zombie dog? Friend, my Heine.
Did that cause a reaction? Now to find out what effect that had. Does anything seem different now? Did that cause a reaction? I need to dry off.
Never rains, but it pours, eh?
Now to find out what effect that had. I wonder what that did. Does anything seem different now? Did that cause a reaction? tripping. What's that gleam? Now to find out what effect that had. I wonder what that did. Now to find out what effect that had. Did that cause a reaction?
Soaked to the skin.
my electric fury!
Magic explodes!
Eternal silence awaits you.
Into the fray once more. Into the fray once more. Into the fray once more. Abundance.
Interesting markings. It looks like a circular object might fit here.
Treasure!
Interesting markings. It looks like...
A rectangular object seems to be missing here.
Now this is valuable. Now this is valuable. Rest in peace, darling.
Look here, even a sage and author as renowned as I is flattered when mortals dare among the dead to seek him out. Well, here I am, Nemeris the Wise. You may go wide-eyed with amazement now. As if I need introduction. Nemeris the thinker, the theorist, the visionary. Come now, surely you lack the time, as I do, for such silly questions. Oh, I've written so many celebrated treatises, but of course you have read and revered the philosophy of death, the diamond in the crown that is my literary legacy. There isn't a civilized soul alive that hasn't perused its profound pages percolating with perspicacity. Alas, that so few show an understanding of my words, so few show the expected intellectual growth when I put them to the test. You can, and indeed you must. But alas, I was not buried with a printed version of that blueprint of genius that is my inimitably esteemed essay. Never fear, though, for each and every library in Revellon boasts a copy, the gilded cherry on their paper pie. Do you truly feel you are ready to prove that you have read and understood the philosophy of death? Then we shall proceed to test the mettle of your acumen forthwith. Between life and death, death is the greater force. So argues the clergyman. Is he correct?
Of course not.
Correct, he is not.
Let us proceed. Life is life's own goal, the question that is itself the answer. Good! Now I am unburdened of all worries, am I not?
Not entirely, no.
I concur.
Last query. Boldly do I scorn the bonds of faith and fear. Death I dub thee life's equal. Is this my salvation or my undoing?
Your salvation.
Indeed.
Oh, most impressive. Nothing short of miraculous. You have verily fathomed the message of my book. My undying respect is yours, to an extent. I may rest content in the knowledge that my legacy is in good hands. Ta-ta! I shall see you in the next life.
Rest in peace, darling. May the seven keep you.
I said myself, if I don't start earning an extra gold piece an hour, I'll walk out that door.
I'll handle this threat for all our sheiks.
She wouldn't hurt.
Well, what does it matter?
Come on, duty's not so bad. Would be quite a bit better if I could do it in peace.
Just making conversation.
Mate, he says, we are colleagues.
Nonsense. Listen. She's purring, darling.
Ah, who better than a proven orc crusher to convince my dumbbell of a friend here that orcs are predators, not pets?
Enough of that. I know how dangerous an orc can be, but this one has been reformed. Anyone can see that she's completely docile. But my prejudiced friend here still wants to kill her.
Maybe before the Great Orc Raid we had time to indulge Ninius's idiotic obsessions. But now we're needed at our posts. I can hardly believe I've been wasting time protecting an orc when I should be running them through.
Excuse my friend's violent outbursts. He hasn't enjoyed a woman's touch in quite some time now. It makes him a bit edgy.
Your woman's touch is less of a loving caress and more of a claw shanked brutally through the throat. I'll take my chances as a bachelor, thanks.
My friend here and I were patrolling outside the city walls, when who did I see creeping along the shore but this lovely orcish lady? For a brief second, as long as eternity, we locked eyes. Perhaps confused by the butterflies in her stomach, she sprang up and began running, claws bared towards Marius. Fortunately for him, I had the presence of mind to ignore my sword and instead adroitly fling my pouch of trinkets towards her. A vial of love potion shattered over her head, and when she turned to face me, she became instantly enamored. I'm sure she must have been compelled to join the Orcish army under some kind of duress. A lady with such a sweetly savage manner would never willingly join up with those vicious marauders.
Ha! I can assure you there wasn't a hint of sweetness in those murderous eyes when she lunged at my throat. She may be confined here for now, but who's telling when she'll escape and who she'll rip to shreds? You see, he'd believe it was noon at midnight if he read it on a printed pamphlet. Please tell me you can reason with him, or ditch reason and use your sword to shave him from his murderous darling.
She's got to be put down. If this love potion is as dodgy as it sounds, she could come to her vicious senses at any time.
Agreed. I've never met an orc I trusted, charmed or not.
Glad to hear I'm not the only one with common sense around here. I'll do the honors myself.
No! She's harmless! Please! You bastard! You had no right!
No right to protect not only you from your own stupidity, but myself and the citizens of Seal as well.
It's you we need protection from, murderer. Fortunately, the Wizards of Youthful Gore make a revenge elixir that will show you what's what.
Go ahead and throw your sugar water on me if you like. Your foolishness is no longer my problem. Thank you, stranger. If you ever need help, I'll do my best to repay you.
Yes, honest pay for an honest day.
Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage.
Steady, boys, steady.
Steady, boys.
Plenty
Steady.
of fish in the
We'll be
sea,
leaving.
but...
It seems these thugs are angling for a fight.
In that case, I'd say we ought to oblige them.
Vengeance from the skies!
No glory in this death.
On the men!
Isn't it? A body washed ashore in the middle of a deserted beach. Who was he? What happened to him? Was he friend or foe? Your mind is bubbling with questions. Well, you are quite in luck. Yes, quite in luck. For I have a unique grasp, get it, on this situation indeed. My friends, if I had more of them, would call me Pincer. A pity there aren't more pals around, for mine is an upbeat, energetic, and optimistic character. If you ever feel like conversing over sunset or sunrise, you can find me here on this very beach, my home. Nothing old Pince loves more than sharing stories, anecdotes, ideas, and opinions. What don't I know? I saw it all from start to finish, so ask away. His name I do not know, but I can tell you he was a very experienced pearl diver. But a few pearls a day wasn't enough. He wanted to be rich, better than the other divers in Sicil. Oh, I'm so glad you asked, for this is where the story grows extra juicy. He was talking to those watcher statues on top of the cliff. We'll grant you a wish, they said. I want to swim like a fish, he said. Ta-da! You can now breathe underwater, they said. So down, down, down he dived. I guess the wish was a bust. I know that for sure. Yesterday I was enjoying the mid-afternoon sun when I heard a strange gurgling. I looked toward shore and there it was, the body of the pearl diver. Oh, not so much. They've been here longer than I have by far. And if I listen closely, I can hear them talking to people sometimes. I wish I could get them to talk to me. Leaving already? But I know plenty more. Just ask. Come back. Oh, well, it was great meeting ya. Don't be a stranger. You're my best friend.
Can you imagine risking life and limb for mere riches?
F is for fun, R is for real friends.
Every tadpole aspires to be a frog. Ambition is what drives the world.
No doubt. Any risk is worth the possibility of achieving one's dreams.
You're back! My very best friend. Take a seat. Stay a while. Leaving already? Come. Oh, don't be a stranger. They hand in hand with wandering steps and slow. You're back! Oh, not so much. They've been here longer than I have. Leaving will come. Oh, don't be a...
You burn with the desire to free your spirit, as I burn with the longing to flee this encasement. But talking is hardly the end of it. I also grant great fortune to those bold enough to address me. For you, I foresee great fame and renown. But first, you must prove your worthiness, your spiritual valor, by freeing yourself of all your worldly possessions. Burn them to ash, and watch your spirit soar. Ah, curse! We four powerful beings all have been trapped here to seal the entrance of yonder cave. Until all of us are freed by our favored element, the cave remains impenetrable, and what lies within remains trapped, same as we. Ah, I like to keep my visitors on their toes indeed. But in your case, most blessed spirit, never a fib passes these lips. Cleanse yourself with fire and you won't regret it. You can trust me. Ta-da, traveler. And don't forget, to find the true rewards of life, you must absolutely burn everything you own. Does this look like a face that would lie to you?
You, noble creature, you look like you could take to the sky at any moment. Listen close, for I can grant you the ability to soar like a falcon. As sure as the sea is green. But hold still, I must first weave my magic spell. Bippity, boppity, boo! There, the charm is complete. Go on, test your new powers. For your first flight, a steep ledge works as your best jumping-off point. Oh, I say so many things. Who can keep track of what fool acts on what? That man clearly didn't ask me to super-duper swear. But for you, my promise is the super-duperest. Goodbye, oh Lord of Wind. Don't forget, you'll fly highest and truest if you start with a running leap. The higher the cliff, the better.
Glorious knight, a source hunter, nay. Tell me verily, would thee likest to knowest what the future holdeth for thy? Lo, I am stucketh false like a barnacle upon the howl of time. But while mine body is confineth in a stone prison, mine visions runneth free. Ah, thee mightily shoreth. Knowing the truth might prove difficult for thine to handle. Perhaps a wise move, mine merry hero. Lo, I am stucketh false like a barnacle upon...
Hail! One look at you, mighty paladin of... Of course. Do dolphins not frolic in the waves like rabbits through the field? Do crabs not waltz between the sea and shore at their leisure? And do you not possess the power to breathe the water of the sea as easily as you do the air? Assuredly you do! I, mighty statue of the cliffs, to grant you the power! Now go, your highness of the tides, and test your new ability! A tedious, eons-long job! A task more fit for a dog! For our only purpose within these stony confines is to guard the entrance to the cave you see on that cliffside. We must prevent what lives within from escaping until due penance is done. But we long to move freely once more. But we are utterly trapped without our preferred elements to free us. Me? Well, I suppose it's possible that I told the tiniest fib to that eager little diver. But I swear, in your case, my word's as good as gold. Go on. Try farewell, Wolf.
I sing the body electric.
My prison undone.
Get out of my way! Glacial Frost!
At last, fresh air upon my scales. Now to test out these long, petrified limbs.
Its own deliverance!
The cave's unlocked, the demon's done. Let's go inside and have some fun.
I hope we haven't freed a terror. That would be an awful error.
These may have been but lesser demons we fought, but demons they were. What, I wonder, did they protect?
But it smells like a desperate animal.
Sweet Bellegar, when I sleep I dream of you. When I wake I love...
Be praised, all divines, for a bright light now shines in this dread, dreary cave that was marked as my grave. Oh, beautiful girl, the brightest star yet! You have to become a Bellegarette. Stay with me in my great lair of love, and I'll treat you better than the gods up above. Oh, ignorant innocent, 'tis I, Bellegar, the greatest practitioner of magic by far. There isn't a spell, no incantation arcane, that is not stored in my miraculous brain. I speak, I rhyme, and wonders create. The world is my playground, and the living my bait. I, a Bellegarette, a woman so blessed that her head she may rest against the red-hot confines of my amorous breast. To you I'll be undyingly devoted. In the softest of silks you'll be sensually coated. Yours will be the very miracles I'll fashion. Yours will be Bellegar's unending passion.
Most favored of women.
Sweet Bellegar.
Sounds exciting. I'm in.
Go for it. I won't stop you.
Sweet, lovely maiden, with gems I'll thee laden. My love and my lust, I owe you this debt, for as of now, you're a Bellegarette. 'Twere the vagaries of youth that landed me here. Demons I thought that I could puppeteer, for it was in those days my one and true aim, the attention of Maxos to dramatically claim. Devils I summoned, a demonic quartet. Alas, that they posed too big a threat. I was soon overcome, nigh unto death. Maxos I called with my last desperate breath. He saved my life with wild, wondrous magic, and yet the outcome was dreadfully tragic. He locked me in here for my reckless behavior, vowing that I would have no other savior than a champion so bold and downright courageous, they dare to defy my trespass outrageous. The demons I summoned, they guarded my prison, but after long last, a champion has risen. So cheers, old chum, for unbarring the door. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a world to explore.
Bellegar!
You mean you don't know the patriarch of wizards? The devoted companion of fire-breathing lizards?
My
A jetpack he gave the Dragon Commander. Aye, I can tell you with absolute candor that he gave him a mighty empire too. Boy, you've got a lot of catching up to do. So hie thee to a store and take a good gander at the amazing spectacle that is Dragon Commander. Who is counting the years or even the centuries? This isn't the worst of penitentiaries. Rifts I have run, in dreams I have seen, thousands of kingdoms and galaxies obscene. Furthermore, I devised these Bellegarettes, the choicest of ladies a man can get. Yes, the demons you vanquished, so now I am free. But was I truly confined? Ha! Not me! And soon so shall I, though don't say goodbye. I'll be out in the wilds, in the woods, in the dales. There I may meet you and spin you new tales. So let us prepare, my savory lasses. I mean to depart, so move your sweet asses.
Oh, Bellegar! How
My
I
wands,
adore
my
you!
scrolls, and my tomes. And do not
What
forget
a
about
joy
my
it
scissors
is to
and
be a
combs.
Bellegarette, the
We'll
most favorite
dazzle
of
the
women.
realm with my glorious presence. For to meet Bellegar is everyone's pleasance.
Oh, Bellegar! How I adore
Queen of all jewels, adore. We may meet at.
Bellegar! How I adore you! What a joy it is to be a Bellegarette, the most favored of women. Oh, Bellegar, how I adore you!
To me, my honeys, to me, my girls. Pout your lips and shake your curls.
Sweet Bellegar.
Did you hear that?
It's just the wind, Blossius.
Back again? Did I stutter? Deliver the letter. You'll run lava.
Quite an important document to entrust to a stranger. With a quill and ink, one could easily alter it.
Easy, but grotesquely immoral. It'd be monstrous to take any money from that widow.
Agreed. Let's deliver the will in good faith and speak no more about it.
Lonesome? Spiritless? Perhaps wrestling an earth elemental will inject some vim into your routine?